You chase the ball, it flies past you, point over, right? Except wait, in Padel, the ball isn't dead. It's about to bounce off the back wall right back at you. And that's why every tennis player walks onto a Padel court confident, but walks off confused. But stick with me for the next few minutes and I'll show you the 5 tennis mistakes that trip you up and the Padel habits that fix it. I'm Joost and I'm still pretty new to Padel myself. And I still remember my first outing way too clearly. But the game is way more fun and you progress way faster if you play the game as it's intended, by using the back walls, even if it costs you a few points in the beginning. So today I've built a cheat sheet which I had when I first started. The one tennis skill you don't need to relearn, the serve tweak that every ex-tennis player messes up, and a wall trick that turns panic into control. By the end, your first Padel match will feel less like chaos and more like actual fun. Okay, so this part's simple. Padel scoring is the same as tennis scoring. Love, 15, 30, 40 game, first to 6, tiebreak at 6-all. So done, you already know this. In an official match, they most often play to golden point or punto de oro instead of advantage to make it a little faster and more dynamic. But you can play it either way. Okay, so scoring, handled. Let's move to the real trip-ups. Your old hero, the overhead serve, it's gone. It's illegal in Padel. You have to bounce it first and then hit it below the waist. Let the ball drop, swing cross-court, keep it low and don't hit it too fast. Even if you can from your tennis exploits, if you hit it too fast, you won't be able to make it to the net in time before they hit it back. Start with a soft slice that lands halfway back in the box. Reliable and less risky. If you can hit it to the sidewall, that's amazing. At beginner level, that's a tough one to return. But don't take too much risk until you have the chance to practice this more. The sidewall is in, hitting it to the fence first is out. You do get a second serve though, just as in tennis. In tennis, if the ball passes you, the point is over. In Padel, it's just starting. After one bounce, it can hit the back or sidewall and still be in play. This is the most common error tennis players make. They try to get too much in front of them, missing it and not being able to return to the back to pick it right off the glass, or just give up outright when the ball passes them. Remember the one bounce rule. Let it hit the floor, then the wall, and then you can hit it back. If you let it hit the floor a second time before you hit it, that's a fault, but it can be good practice. So if the ball comes at you, plant your feet firmly on the ground, stay patient and keep calm, because Padel rewards the patient. The wall becomes your partner, not your enemy. Just make a few errors because you tried to play off the walls. You need to learn how the ball bounces off it through practice, and then you can understand the way the ball bounces. A good rule of thumb is when you're defending, stand a little behind the baseline. Now, if the ball passes you and hits the floor right behind you, let it go off the wall and then pick it off. If it bounces right in front of you, then hit it with a ground stroke. Now, my mistake was staying at the baseline way too much. You can score points that way at beginner level when the other team makes an error. But with more advanced players, you most often get a point at the net. So it's best to start learning the net position early on, even if it costs you points in the beginning. Defending the net position might mean having to move a lot more back and forth, especially if the opponent has a lob already in their arsenal. But, well, that's the sport. And you have your teammate, the back glass, to help you out if it gets past you. Now, a Padel court looks smaller, so tennis vets often camp at the baseline. But this is a big mistake. The other mistake is playing like tennis doubles, where one player is in front and the other at the back. This rarely happens in Padel because you leave a very large gap when you do. So best to stick together as a team and attack and defend together. And keep talking to your teammate a lot, like who goes for the ball, for example. Now, a smaller court like this means bigger teamwork. Now, a Padel racket doesn't have any strings, it has a solid face and it's a little bit softer, so it also hits a lot softer. So you have to swing through. The ball also has lower pressure than that of a tennis ball, so less bounce but more control, and it's a little slower overall. The other thing is shoes really do matter for grip. So you can bring your tennis shoes if you already have them. They have to be clay court. You can't use hard court or running shoes. And if you're going to buy shoes anyway, try some affordable Padel specific shoes instead of tennis shoes. And yes, use the wrist strap. It's even an official rule, and nothing says rookie more than letting your racket fly all the way across court. Or worse yet, hit your teammate straight in the face. Baseline domination doesn't work. Smashing early loses points because the ball bounces back, and if you didn't hit it hard enough, it leaves an opportunity for your opponent to score. Think rhythm first. 3 safe shots before you try to go for a winner. Playing cross court, then move forward. Smashes are dessert, not the main course. A winning team isn't the flashiest, definitely not as a beginner. The team that wins is the one with the fewest errors, so only hit the shots that you know you'll make. Forget power, win with patience and position. If this video helped you reset your tennis brain, hit subscribe for weekly Padel tips. Now your brain isn't broken, it just needs a firmware update to be able to handle Padel. Welcome to Beginner Padel, you're already way ahead of the pack.